Welcome to Coin Legacy, where history lives in gold and silver. Today, we uncovered one of the most legendary treasures in British history. A coin born from war, forged in triumph, and named after a battle that changed empires. This is the story of the 1703 Queen Anne Vigo 5 guineas, the treasure of victory. In the early 18th century, Britain was rising to power. The year was 1702. London's narrow streets buzzed with trade, gossip, and the distant echoes of war. Queen Anne had just taken the throne, the last of the Stuarts, and her kingdom was at war with mighty Spain and France in what history calls the War of the Spanish Succession. Europe was divided. Spain's immense empire, with its gold fleets and colonial riches, was the prize every nation desired. And in the shadows of diplomacy and conflict, Britain sought both victory and glory. Queen Anne was determined to assert Britain's strength. Under her reign, the Royal Navy became her sword. And in the autumn of 1702, that sword struck, at a small bay on Spain's northwest coast, Vigo Bay. October 23, 1702. At dawn, a combined British and Dutch fleet approached Vigo Bay, where a convoy of Spanish galleons lay hidden behind heavy chains and fortifications. Those ships carried treasure, gold and silver from the New World, bound for the Spanish crown. Admiral Sir George Rooke, leading the British, saw an opportunity not just for military victory, but for treasure. The battle was fierce. The Spanish and their French allies fought bravely, but they were trapped. Fire tore through the wooden hulls. Masts cracked. And as the smoke cleared, the waters of Vigo Bay shimmered not with sunlight, but with the reflection of burning gold. The British captured and destroyed the fleet. But before the flames consumed the ships, sailors salvaged what they could, including tons of gold and silver seized from the wreckage. That captured treasure would soon find its way to the heart of London, to the Royal Mint. Word of the victory spread quickly across Britain. Queen Anne was hailed as triumphant. But she wanted more than celebration, she wanted a symbol. From the gold captured at Vigo Bay, she ordered the Royal Mint to strike coins that would forever mark the victory. Each coin would bear her image, her power, and a single word that told its story, Vigo. The gold was refined, melted, and transformed into some of the most magnificent coins ever made, the 5 guinea pieces of 1703. Each weighed over 41 grams of pure gold, large, heavy, and radiant. They weren't coins for pockets, they were statements of empire. At the bottom of Queen Anne's bust, in small but powerful letters, appeared Vigo. It wasn't just a mint mark. It was a message to the world, that British victory had been struck into gold itself. Let's look closely at this masterpiece. In the obverse, we see Queen Anne, dignified, resolute, and regal. Her portrait was engraved by John Croker, one of the most skilled craftsmen at the Mint. Beneath her neckline, the small word Vigo reminds us where this gold came from. On the reverse, 4 crowned shields are arranged in the shape of a cross. Each shield represents part of the realm, England, Scotland, Ireland, and France, reflecting the royal claim to the French throne. Between them lie scepters, symbols of authority. At the center, a small rose, the mark of English identity. It's not just a coin. It's a declaration of victory, unity, and the reach of British power at the dawn of the 18th century. The 1703 Queen Anne Vigo 5 guineas is one of the rarest British coins ever struck. No official mintage record survives, but historians estimate that only a small batch was ever made, perhaps just a few dozen. Most were melted down, lost, or never released into circulation. Today, fewer than 20 examples are known to exist. Some rest in museums, others in private collections, unseen by the public for centuries. Each surviving coin is slightly different, hand-struck, with its own character, a fingerprint of the era. As centuries passed, Britain's empire grew and faded. Kings and queens came and went. But the Vigo coins, they remained legends. In 2019, one of these coins went under the hammer at Baldwin's of St. James's in London. The winning bid? Over $1 million US. Each auction brings new headlines. Each discovery excites the numismatic world. Because these coins aren't just metal, they're fragments of a defining moment in British history. The captured gold of Vigo Bay, once stolen from Spanish galleons, became a symbol of British strength, and centuries later, a collector's dream. Some say there may still be unrecovered Vigo gold lying at the bottom of the bay. Historians and treasure hunters have searched the waters for centuries, hoping to find what was lost. But the true treasure wasn't the gold itself, it was what that gold became. The Vigo coins captured something intangible, a nation's confidence, and the spirit of a queen determined to rise against all odds. Queen Anne's reign lasted just 12 years, but her influence was lasting. She oversaw the unification of England and Scotland into Great Britain. Under her rule, art, science, and architecture flourished. And through coins like the Vigo 5 guineas, her name became immortalized in gold. She passed away in 1714, but her coin, the one that bore the mark of Vigo, continues to tell her story centuries later. Today, the 1703 Vigo 5 guinea stands as one of the most iconic British coins ever made. It represents not just wealth, but history. Not just art, but power. It's a relic of an age when gold and glory were one and the same. For collectors, owning one is a dream few can ever achieve. For historians, it's a direct link to Queen Anne's world. And for the rest of us, it's a reminder that behind every coin lies a story waiting to be told. From the fires of battle to the hands of a queen. From the depths of a Spanish bay to the vaults of history. The Vigo 5 guineas remains one of Britain's brightest symbols of victory. Its message is simple, that even in war, art and legacy can be forged from chaos. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to subscribe to Coin Legacy. Here, every coin tells a story, and every story brings the past to life. This was the 1703 Queen and Vigo 5 guineas, the treasure of victory. Thank you for watching.